Good morning. I am going to tell you a wonderful story this morning, and I'm going to tell it to you in two parts. You'll remember that Phelan last week talked about the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve. Well, many years passed. And unfortunately, most of the people living on the earth chose not to care about God anymore. They were unkind and mean to one another. They kept doing wrong things. And God became very sad about it all. He was particularly sad about the pain that people caused one another. He was feeling like he should never have created people to live on this beautiful earth. However, God was encouraged because one man was very different. He was a positive person who often asked God for help. Noah would listen for God's answers and do whatever God told him to do. So God said to Noah, I want you to build an ark. Now, an ark is an enormously big boat. It's made out of wood. And I want you, said God, to build it in just the way I'm going to tell you. When the boat was finished, God asked Noah to put on the boat 2 of every kind of animal that God had created. 2 elephants, 2 donkeys, 2 pigs, 2 crickets, 2 of everything. He then said to Noah, fill it with food, and then you and your family get on the boat as well. When the boat was finished, Noah and his family climbed on the boat and left the door open. And all the animals climbed on board. There were lions roaring, donkeys braying, dogs barking, birds singing. 2 by 2, the animals entered the ark. Even tiny worms came on the ark. When all the animals were on board, God closed the doors to the boat and quickly locked it so that no one would ever fall out. And then it began to rain, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained.
He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 He's got the little tiny baby
Well, here is the second part of the story. With Noah, his family, and all the animals in the ark, it rained and it rained and it rained. There was so much water that the ark floated higher, so high that it went over all the mountain tops. It just kept raining, and it rained for 40 days. Noah and his family stayed inside, and the sun did not shine for all that time. When the 40 days were over, as promised, God sent a wind over the earth. Noah was so happy. He could suddenly hear the waves lapping on the ark. Before, the sound of the rain had drowned out any other sound. Noah awakened his family so excited. It's over. The rain has stopped. Let us all thank God for ending the storm. Now, it took several months before the land was dry enough to let the animals out. But once out, they tossed their heads, made more noise, and they were just so happy. They were shrieking and snorting, mooing and mewing. 2 by 2, they charged down the gangplank and made their way across and into the land. Noah and his family thanked God for taking care of them. And as soon as God heard their thanks, he promised never to destroy the earth again. Then God looked for every color he could find, and he built the very first rainbow. It's a sign of my promise never to flood the whole earth again. For this reason, I have set my rainbow in the sky. So the next time you see a rainbow, you can remember that God put the rainbow in the sky to tell us that he is true to his promise to never, ever let it rain for 40 days again and flood the earth. Okay, Frank is going to finish with some music. I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Bye-bye.